Good night and welcome to Teleislas News with the most relevant and important information of the day. The islands are expecting a visit from the Minister of Culture with this May 12th and 13th following a request from Congresswoman Elizabeth J. Pang, an invitation aimed at reviving cultural projects.
Congresswoman Elizabeth J. Pang requests the Minister of Culture, Angelica Mayolo, to visit the island for May 12 and 13 in order to review the progress of existing cultural projects and to launch other visit around art, in which the Chamber of Commerce has already identified 117 artistic entrepreneurs.
I think it is part of what we need and are looking for to motivate our young people. Our young people are going through a very difficult time, and I believe that if we manage to give them this opportunity to do it through culture, to motivate them towards those capabilities they have, we will be able to achieve it. I know that the ministry is working on contributing something to San Andres. We need to see once again the creativity of our young people in dance, in art.
The main objective of the Congresswoman is to watch over the protection of the racial culture in every sense, that young people take back and appropriate the cultural heritage. The Congresswoman emphasized that she also been able to manage a visit for the minister to the islands of Providence to see the progress of the cultural center.
No to shark baiting. Environmental authorities activated an environmental awareness process with fishermen and locals to raise awareness and prevent the continuation of these bad practices.
The Corporation for Sustainable Development Coralina makes a call to the community against the respective activities that have been doing, such as throwing food into the sea, attracting the attention of sharks that in recent months have approached the shore. This was announced by the Deputy Director of Seas and Coast of the Environmental Corporation, which informs the community that the baiting of marine species such as sharks, rays, and chimeras biologically affects the species.
Quiero aprovechar esta oportunidad para informar.
The baiting of marine species such as sharks and rays biologically affects the species, creating dependence for their feeding because they lose their natural hunting ability. It also endangers the physical integrity of bathers in the island territory due to the proximity of these species to the shore. For this reason, the Director of Coralina strongly requests the general population to immediately suspend this activity. These are actions that may incur penalties and environmental sanctions and are also improper practices that endanger human beings.
On the other hand, the Deputy Director of Seas and Coast of the Environmental Corporation denies the truthfulness of a video that circulated on social networks 2 days ago about a person feeding sharks in the Joniki Regional Park, which was made by the fishermen in the Sun Bay sector who, after their fishing activities, threw the viscera of the fish into the sea, attracting the presence of sharks to the shore of the beaches. In addition, a process of environmental sensitization was activated with fishermen and local to raise awareness and prevent these bad practices from continuing due to lack of knowledge.
As part of the beginning of one of the longest holiday weekends of the year, Easter, the departmental elders had a morning of recreational activities by the government.
The Social Development Secretariat, through the senior citizen programs and with the participation of the clubs and golden fraternities of the Residence and Raizal Center, organized recreational activities as part of the Holy Week.
In this activity, we have the 4 clubs that are made up of the Raizales and Residence Center, the club from the Hill and San Luis. Here it is motivating to see the elderly cutting firewood, participating in all these themes prior to Easter, which allows rescuing the whole cultural theme because we are motivated by making coconut and papaya stew. Next week, we will be at the local government with gastronomic festival, which I invite you to follow the social networks and participate by buying everything that has to do with typical food, and in this way, we can help them too.
Seniors involved in the activity expressed dissatisfaction with the initiative.
I feel very good. We are here with the 4 groups from Loma, San Luis, and Center. So we feel good with one another. We're stewing papaya and coconut and having a time with our friend today.
I'm very happy because we remember when we were young. We are old now, but we still living up when we were young. We used to do. We used to stew papaya, stew coconut cake, stew guava, jumbali, and and mango.
The departmental government stated that it will continue to conduct activities that allow the involvement of the elderly in a social environment on the island.
I can taste those sweets. In view of the Easter vacation festivities, the Ministry of Health called on people not to neglect practices and behaviors for the management and control of COVID risk.
For the authorities, it is essential to allow individuals, families, and communities to maintain security measures such as hand washing, but above all to prioritize the completion of vaccination schedules at the application of the booster dose.
Si nuestro destino es
If we intend to attend, it is preferable that these are outdoors. Citizens should also keep informed about new measures or recommendations issued by the government and the municipal, district, or departmental governments.
Similarly, considering the advances in the national vaccination plan against COVID-19 and the current situation of the department, in its communique, the ministry listed some recommendations described below. To avoid agglomerations, include place always wear a mask. Performing or attending massive events, they should be controlled by keep hand washing, and also if symptoms compatible with COVID-19 and avoid attending mass events. Mention the additional self-care. Mental health care is important, so do physical activity, sharing with family and close people, hand washing, physical distance, use of mask.
Government was present at the Entrepreneurship, Leadership, and Gender Equity Summit for the Colombian women, where it was able to coordinate several initiatives for the island.
The Development Secretariat participated in the 2022 National Summit on Entrepreneurship, Leadership, and Gender Equity for Colombian Women held in the city of Cartagena. The event made it possible to address issues such as female inclusion in political and public aspects that will help well-being in the community. The head of the Social Development Portfolio, Carlos Montalvo, spoke about it.
Tuvimos en representación del departamento.
We were on behalf of the department sharing with the different social managers of the different territorial entities in Colombia. We had the opportunity to share what we have been doing through the Social Development Secretariat for resident women. The great advances that the administration has made, how it is that soon we will have empowered to inaugurate, and we are going to have psychosocial support, the support of any individual. In this way, we had a space where we made arrangements so that in the month of August, we will hold a manager in the department, where each one of the departments' needs and actions can be presented and serve as to operate in the different entities. In conclusion, it is a success.
The Secretary of the Social Portfolio said that for this term, the department has emphasized programs and projects that allow the active participation of women in all social environments of the island.
National Media announced that the Morrosquillo, the supply of 20,000 gallons of water was made to the community of the municipality of Providence.
Bear in mind that we are currently in a dry season and that the rainfall season will be low in the insular territory. National Navy supports community production of the municipality with gallons of water. The project was conducted with the support of the IRS Morrosquillo on board, of which the
Estamos apoyando un proceso importantísimo.
We are supporting a very important process. As we all know, cyclically to this season, we have a drought due to lack of rain, and there is a shortage of water on the island. That is why we have taken advantage of our ship to deliver 20,000 gallons of water that are being distributed to the community and those who are in need among the population.
The Admiral also stated that the vessel IRS arrived at the island of Fort Providence with the intention of transporting about 40,000 more gallons of water to be delivered to the islands.
The Secretariat of Finance performs control surveillance in stores and supermarkets, and also distributors that sell liquors and cigarettes, managing to remove the market cigarettes do not comply with the law.
The anti-smuggling team of the Financial Secretariat of the Departmental Government managed through controlled surveillance to remove circulation 2 brands of that were distributed on the island without legal requirements, which did not comply with the specifications of the Law 1335 of 2009. Consequently, it is considered a contraband product that was confiscated and subsequently.
The Finance Secretariat has been conducting through the anti-smuggling program a total of 163 visits to different commercial establishments. After operations, we managed to measure a modern brand, and we have also been informed that there is a cigarette that does not comply with the characteristics established by Law 1335 for marketing in the department.
For the Secretariat of Finance, it is to raise awareness among shop owners, young people, and the general population to identify when such as liquor and cigarettes are not optimal for consumption, and to report to the relevant authorities any suspicion of smuggling or adulteration, as this affects not only the financial assets of the department, but also the health of the consumer.
Operations are good because they contribute not only to the collection of consumption tax, but also contribute to prevent tomorrow the illegal 3,500 can.
And at this time, give way to Victor Fusara and all the information in sports. Victor, give us the good news.
Sport of the island. And the good news is that North End was crowned champion of basketball at the in the young roster led by Arnold Russell, the North End team achieved a great feat for the history of the island basketball by being crowned champion of the Caribbean Cup in the with an outstanding and wide superiority. The Islanders by a score of 79-50 in the final of this Caribbean Cup.
It means a lot. It means a lot right now. You know, our archipelago has been in some dark days, and the idea is to bring some happiness to everyone, to bring new energy, to bring the youths, to demonstrate that the archipelago has some potential in that. So it means a lot for the people, it means a lot for us. As you guys see, we take the archipelago very well. 6 victories, no defeat. So it means that we are very capable of having great guys around the national basketball and why not international. We're going to have tournaments during the year. We will for some local tournament, and then we need to have one around in June, which will be in Medellin. Maybe we get the invitation. We're going to that tournament. That's for develop the new youth. And after, you know, this same will be played in more or less or first week of December, and after you already guys know the work that we have. December tournament here in San Andreas, it will be very hard again.
A great welcome for the champions of the Caribbean Cup was led by the governor and the fire department, who joined together to thank and celebrate this basketball achievement for the islands. And on the other side, with the aim of promoting physical movement to achieve good health and well-being as social activity will carry on. Let us watch. The Secretariat of Health and Sports, through its program Modes and Condition of Healthy Living, and in commemoration of the Day of Physical Activity, seeks that people are integrated with some kind of activity and also learn about the good diet that leads them to be good athletes with better performance. This is what Catalina Torres told us.
We are commemorating what physical activity is. As we all know, it is for athletes and for those who do not do it. The idea is to encourage us to start doing some kind of activity, whether it's playing soccer, basketball, or skating. The important thing is that we move to be able to live. It is important that we know that each person is an individual, so depending on the type of physical activity we do, so will be our diet. A high-performance athlete, be it a soccer player or basketball player, must have a type of nutrition before training and after training as well, so that they can achieve a good muscle mass and thus be able to have endurance. It is also important to encourage hydration with water, not necessarily sugar drink, as we often say should be.
Physical activity is definitely healthy. And this is all for tonight. We will see you on our broadcast. We continue with Salua.